Hello and good day to our instructor and to my classmates. How's your day, everyone? Did you all eat already? If not, let me feed you with this new appetizing knowledge about global food security. I am Carlin Kitty Mumabad, together with my co-reporters, Ms. Francia Botor and Ms. Christine Tabayag. Did you know that 1 out of 9 people in the world do not have enough food to lead a healthy, active life? Imagine a class of 9 students, one of them doesn't get enough food to grow strong and healthy. This is happening all over the world, affecting millions of people. 1/3 of all food produced in the world go to waste, while 795 million people go hungry. Wastage is primarily due to non-consumption of food on the table in developed markets, and due to post-harvest spoilage in developing markets. In short, many people don't have enough to eat, while a huge amount of food is wasted. This is a big problem that needs to be solved. The waste happen for different reasons. People in wealthier countries don't eat everything they buy, and in poorer countries, food spoils before it reaches people. In sub-Saharan Africa, 1 out of 4 people is undernourished. Imagine a group of 4 friends. One of them is not getting enough food to be healthy and strong. This is the reality for many people in sub-Saharan Africa. For example, a family in a rural village might only have maize meal to eat. They don't have enough variety in their diet to get all the nutrients they need, leading to health problems. Every year, about 222 million metric tons of food go to waste in rich countries, which is almost equivalent to the entire net food production of sub-Saharan Africa. That's a huge amount of food. It's almost as much food as sub-Saharan Africa produces in a whole year. This food is thrown away even though millions of people are hungry. In short, there's a huge imbalance. Many people in sub-Saharan Africa don't have enough to eat, while wealthy countries waste an enormous amount of food each year. 45% of deaths in children under 5 years old is caused by poor nutrition. Example, a baby in a poor community might only be fed rice water. This doesn't give them the vitamins and nutrients they need to fight off infection, leading to illness and deaths. Over 2 billion adults are overweight or obese due to overconsumption of unhealthy food choices and or high cost of properly nutritious diet, which leads to many diseases. For example, someone might eat a lot of fast food because it's cheap and convenient. Or someone might want to eat healthy fruits and vegetables, but they can't afford them. This leads to health problems like heart disease and diabetes. Agriculture is a major contributor to greenhouse gases, deforestation, and water scarcity. 3,500 liters of water are needed to produce 1 kilogram of rice, while 15,000 liters of water are needed to produce 1 kilogram of beef. The land required to produce 1 kilogram of meat could produce about 200 kilograms of potatoes. What is food security? Food security at the individual, household, national, regional, and global level is achieved when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. Everyone, everywhere, always has enough good, safe food to be healthy and active. This means they can get the food they need and want, and it's affordable for them. For example, a family in a rural village has a small farm that provides enough food for their needs throughout the year. They also have access to a local market where they can buy other foods they need or want. They are food secure. Food security. Food security, as defined by the United Nations Committee on World Food Security, means that all people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their food preferences and dietary needs for an active and healthy life. This definition is very similar to the 1996 World Food Summit. It emphasizes that having enough food means having physical, social, and economic access to it. Physical means the food is available. Social means there are no barriers like discrimination preventing access. Economic means people can afford it. Both definitions are essentially saying the same thing. The UN definition adds the important aspect of physical, social, and economic access, highlighting the multiple factors that contribute to food security. In essence, it's not just about the presence of food, but the ability of people to access it.
What are the different levels of food security? The concept of food security can be broken down into four main components known as the four pillars of food security. Number one, availability. Number two, access. Number three, utilization. And the last one is stability. The diagram or picture illustrates the four pillars of global food security. These pillars are essential components to ensure that all people have access to efficient, safe, and nutritious food to maintain a healthy and active life. Four pillars of food security. Availability. Availability of sufficient quantities or food of appropriate quality supplied through domestic production or imports. Availability. Ito pa ay tumutukoy sa sapat na dami ng pagkain na magagamit sa lahat ng oras. Nangangahulugan ito na may sapat na pagkain na ginawa or inangkat upang matugunan ang mga pangangailangan ng populasyon. Ang mga salik na nakakaapekto sa kakayahang magamit ay kinabibilangan ng mga antas ng production na iimpluwensyahan ng klima, teknolohiya at mga pagkukunan. Kapasidad sa pag-imbak at pagproseso at mga patakaran sa pag-import or pag-export. Accessibility, access by individuals to adequate resources for acquiring appropriate food for a nutritious diet. Nakatungon ang haliging ito sa mga individual na may paraan upang makuha ang pagkain na kailangan nila para sa isang masustansyang dieta. Ito ay hindi lamang tungkol sa pagkain na naroroon ngunit tungkol din sa mga taong may mga mapagkukunang pang-ekonomiya, pera, akses sa mga pamilihan at pisikal na akses, distansya sa mga pamilihan, transportasyon upang makuha ito. Utilization of food through adequate diet, clean water, sanitation, and healthcare to reach a state of nutritional well-being. Ang paggamit ay nangangahulugan na ang pagkain ay wasto ginagamit upang makamit ang nutritional well-being. Kabilang dito ang mga salik tulad ng sapat na dieta, pag-akses sa malinis na tubig, sanitation, at pangangailangang pangkalusugan. Kahit na ang pagkain ay magagamit at madaling makuha, ito ay walang silbi kung ang mga tao ay hindi alam kung paano ito ihanda ng ligtas o kulang sa mga mapagkukunan upang matiyak ang tamang pagkonsumo nito. Stability. To be food secure, household individual must have access to adequate food at all the times. Ang seguridad sa pagkain hindi isang beses na kaganapan. Ito ay tungkol sa para-parehong pag-akses sa sapat na pagkain sa lahat ng oras. Tinitiyak ng katatagan na mapapanatili ang availability, accessibility at utilization sa paglipas ng panahon na pumigil sa mga kakulangan sa pagkain o pagkagambala sa pag-akses. Nangangahulugan ito sa pagkakaroon ng mga sistema upang mahawakan ang tagtuyot, pagbagsak ng ekonomiya o iba pang mga krisis na maaaring magbanta sa supply ng pagkain. Some factor affecting food security. Number 1, food supply. Ito po ay tumutukoy sa pagkakaroon ng pagkain, ang kakulangan ng pagkain dahil sa mga salik tulad ng pagkabigo ng pananim o pagkagambala sa sistema ng produksyon at pamamahagi ng pagkain ay direktang nakakaapekto sa seguridad ng pagkain. For example, Ang matinding tagtuyot na humahantong sa isang makabuluhang pagbawas sa produksyon ng trigo ay maaaring magdulot ng kakulangan sa supply ng pagkain na nakakaapekto sa seguridad ng pagkain sa mga relihiyong lubos na umaasa sa trigo. Number 2, food price. Ang halaga ng pagkain ay isang mahalagang kadahilanan. Ang mataas na presyo ng pagkain ay nagpapahirap sa mga sambayanan na may mababang kita na makakuha ng sapat na pagkain kahit na ang pagkain ay magagamit. For example, ang biglaang pagtaas ng pandaigdigang presyo ng langis ay maaaring humantong sa mas mataas na gasto sa transportasyon para sa pagkain. Pagpapataas ng presyo ng pagkain at pagbawas ng seguridad sa pagkain para sa mga mahihinang populasyon. Number 3, people's income. Ang kita ng isang tao ay direktang nakakaimpluwensya sa kanilang kakayahang bumili ng pagkain. Maaaring limitahan ng mababang kita o kawalan ng trabaho ang pag-akses sa masusustansya at sapat na pagkain. For example, ang pag-urong sa ekonomiya na humahantong sa malawakang pagkawala ng trabaho ay maaring magpababa sa kita ng mga tao, bumababa sa kanilang kakayahang bumili ng pagkain at malalagay sa panganib ang seguridad sa pagkain. Number 4, changes and shocks in social and natural environments. Ito ay mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari na maaaring makagambala ng malaki sa mga sistema ng pagkain. Ang mga salik sa lipunan tulad ng salungatan o kawalang tatag sa politika at mga natural na salik tulad ng pagbabago ng klima, mga kaganapan sa matinding lagay ng panahon, at mga natural na sakuna ay maaaring makaapekto lahat sa produksyon, pamamahagi at pag-akses ng pagkain. For example, ang isang malaking lindol na sumira sa infrastruktura ng agrikultura at nakakagambala sa mga network ng transportasyon ay maaaring lumikha ng krisis sa seguridad ng pagkain sa mga apektadong lugar. Global food security. Key factors that affect food security: climate change, global water crisis, changing dietary preference, population growth, competition with biofuels, declining farmer population, greedy land deals, the last one, land degradation.
Hunger, a disheartening and shameful reality, is not just a personal experience but a clear call to action for all of us. Every person has the right to adequate food, and the fact that millions suffer from hunger is a glaring sign that our system have failed. Pope Benedict XVI, in his message to the FAO, reminded us that hunger is the cruelest and most concrete sign of poverty. His words serve as a strong reminder that hunger is not natural occurrence but a result of unequal opportunities, lack of access to resources, and economic system that enrich the few while impoverishing the many. Poverty. Poor people do not have the resources like land, tools, or money which are needed to grow or buy food on daily basis. For example, rural farmers without land. In many developing countries, rural families work as laborers on large farms because they do not own land themselves. Their income is minimal, barely enough to buy food, let alone save for the future. Example, in sub-Sahara Africa, many families survive by working on other farms for low wage but cannot afford land to grow their crops. Another example, urban poor without income. In urban slums, families often lack jobs that provide steady income. Without money, they cannot buy food daily, forcing them into hunger or debt. Example, a family in a slum in Dhaka, Bangladesh. relies on daily wage jobs that often don't cover food expenses for their entire household. The poverty trap is a cycle of problems that prevents people from escaping poverty. It's a continuous condition where the lack of basic necessities such as nutritious food, education, and income worsens their situation, keeping them stuck in poverty. For example, lack of nutritious food. People living in poverty often can't afford nutritious food. Without proper nutrition, their bodies weaken, reducing their strength and health. For example, a child who is constantly hungry can focus on school and struggles to learn. As a result, they are less likely to get a good job in the future, trapping them in the same cycle of poverty. Ang pagpag ay ito ang mga tira-tirang pagkain na kinakalkal mula sa basurahan, kadalasan mula sa mga fast food restaurant. Ang mga ito ay nililinis, muling niluluto at kinakain o binebenta sa mga mahihirap na lugar sa ating bansa. Ito ay nagsisilbing paraan ng pagsasakatuparan para sa mga nakararanas ng matinding kahirapan ngunit nagdadala ng malaking panganib sa kalusugan dahil sa posibilidad na kontaminasyon at pagkasira ng pagkain.
Poverty is not an accident. Like slavery and apartheid, it is a man-made and can be removed by the action of human beings. Nelson Mandela.